Good morning, this is Bulldog. We are at Deep Gap. We had to hike in a couple of miles because the gate was locked. And I'm fixing to introduce you to the guys. We're fixing to start out on a 3-day, 2-night little trek over to Wallace Gap. So I'll get back with you in just a minute. We're going to introduce the guys, and we're looking forward to having a great time. Go.
All right, my name's Gabe Southers. They call me Preacher Man on the trail, and we're here to go to Wallace Gap and with a bunch of good guys, and we're just looking for a good time on the trail.
My name's Jonathan Cannon, trail name's Cannonball. I'm already tired, and we haven't even started. Looking for a good trip.
Name's Lee Shaw, trail name Snake Dock. It's good to be back on the trail. We're about to hit Standing Indian, fellowship together and have a good time, so pray for us.
Hey, my name is Keith Crandall, trail name Mad Scientist. We're about to start here on a little 3-day trip, and we were thinking that, 20-something miles wasn't good enough, so we added 3 more miles today just for fun. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm Rick Godfrey. This is my first adventure with this group of guys. Looks like shaping up to be a great weekend. Don't have a trail name yet, but since I'm Rick Godfrey, I've been deemed the Godfather.
Here we are at Standing Indian Shelter. Snake Dock and Bulldog taking a little break. The other guys, they want to push on a little harder, but we're just enjoying getting out of the wind a little bit. As you can see, it's an old shelter. Very rustic looking compared to the ones we've seen in the past. But we're fixing to start our final ascent up to Standing Indian Mountain. All right, we're headed up to Standing Indian. As you can see, we are in the North Carolina Wildlife Bear Sanctuary, but we hadn't seen any bears. I'll talk to you when we get to the top.
Hey, this is Snake Dock. We just topped Standing Indian. Out of the wind now. We're heading down to Carter Gap Shelter. It's been good so far, not too bad. So we're heading down. I'll see you later.
Okay, here we are taking a little break. We've come down about 600 feet from Standing Indian. We're out in the sun on the back side of the mountain. You can see it's a nice day. You can see everybody's kind of taking a break right now, just resting. And we're going to continue on down. I'll pan for the views if you can see for all the trees and everything, but it's beautiful views up here. And we hadn't really got to an opening yet where I can show you a look off. This is a great day. It's windy, but it's breezy, just enough to keep us nice and cool. So I'll check back with y'all later, and when we get down to our shelter, which is Carter Gap Shelter. Here we are at Beach Gap. We're going to check our map and kind of see how far we got before we get to Carter Gap Shelters.
Top heavy.
All right, here we are at Coleman Gap, the most famous gap on the Appalachian Trail. I'm sure it's named after some of my famous ancestors that didn't have anything better to do but get out in the woods and name a gap after our family. So we are 1.5 miles from Carter Gap Shelters, and we'll touch base with you when we get there. Okay, here we are at Carter Gap Shelter. This is an old shelter. The new shelter's on up the trail, but we've decided we're going to stay here. So everybody's kind of picking out their spots to set up their tents, and then we'll try to gather up some firewood to have a fire tonight. So I'll check back with you later about the time that we eat supper. Okay, here we are at the water source, fixing to pump water so we can cook our food tonight. Jonathan's getting his, actually Cannonball is getting his pump ready to pump. So just want to show you, this is what you do when you're on the trail to get water. You use a water purification pump. Okay, here we are cooking supper. Jonathan's got a alcohol stove, boiling water to put in his Mountain House meal. Keith Crandall over here has macaroni and cheese, but he is eating 2 hot dogs.
Yes.
Lee Shaw has red beans and rice.
Specialty.
And the Godfather has spaghetti.
honey bun.
And Preacher Man has mashed potatoes and bacon bits.
Hey, man.
So we're fixing to eat, and then we'll sit around the campfire. Okay, here we are sitting around the campfire, just talking, visiting, fellowshipping, having a great time. We all ate our meals tonight and got up a little firewood. It's pretty cool, but I'll check back with you first thing in the morning when we head out.